Welcome to VSPN News from Kolman's Corner. I'm your host, David A. Kolman, the editor of Fleet Maintenance Magazine. All maintenance, all vehicle classes, all the time. Highway safety is a key concern and has been for a very long time. And highway safety is one of the reasons the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration has amended its motor vehicle safety standard for air brake vehicles. The amendment reduces the stopping distance performance of heavy-duty vehicles. The intent is to reduce the number of fatalities and injuries associated with heavy-duty vehicles. I had the opportunity recently to catch up with Gary Ganaway. He is the Director of Marketing and Global Customer Solutions for Bendix Spicer Foundation Brake, and I asked Mr. Ganaway to explain a little bit about these new federal reduced stopping distances.
One of the more exciting things to happen in our industry has been the legislation to reduce the stopping distance of heavy trucks. The reason for that was to lessen the disparity between passenger cars and heavy trucks. In the past, heavy trucks were required to stop at about 355 feet. Phase one of that activity took that number down to about 250 feet, a 30% reduction, and that went into place in August of 2011.
What is the impact of the new federal reduced stopping regulations on fleets? Here again is Mr. Ganaway.
Now what that will mean to most fleets and technicians is the brakes themselves get bigger in the case of drum brakes, and then in many cases the industry adopted much higher usage of air disc brakes.
Ganaway told me that there are several things fleets need to keep in mind when servicing the new brakes for heavy-duty vehicles.
The things to keep in mind when servicing this equipment is whenever possible to use the original equipment, because in the foundation brake technology now, the linings themselves are far more capable than they had been in the past. In many cases, reducing those stopping distances by about 30–40% in some cases. We have tested some of the aftermarket parts and found that if one isn't careful, they can degrade the safety of the vehicle.
Bendix's Ganaway also provided some insight into the next phase of the federal reduced stopping distance regulations for heavy-duty vehicles.
So as we move from phase one into phase two, phase one covered all 6x4 vehicles at 59,600 pounds and below. Phase two will cover all other tractors, including 4x2s and everything above 59,600 pounds. Both extremely good for our industry. The intent here again is to put larger, more powerful brakes. In many cases, drivers really won't notice a difference. It's only during those rare cases when we have panic stops, well, they'll notice the brake system is extremely more capable than it has been in the past. So,
thanks for tuning in to VSPN News from Kolman's Corner. I'm your host, David A. Kolman, the editor of Fleet Maintenance Magazine. All maintenance, all vehicle classes, all the time. Until the next broadcast, you can keep up with goings-on within our industry by visiting Fleet Maintenance Magazine online.